Hey, everybody, coming at the beginning of the podcast. Just wanted to make some quick notes about this particular podcast on Bebe's Kids with Jem. We recorded this episode over Zoom, or I believe it might have been Discord, one of the two, I can't remember. So we're doing it over the internet, obviously, and there is a delay. I try to cut out as much of the delays as I could, so just keep that in mind. And another note from the previous episode, THX1138, with my friend Tony. I usually go back and try to listen to it and see if there was any mistakes or anything, facts more than anything, not mistakes, whatever, but like more about fact-based stuff that I might have missed. And one of them was that I said Alex McGinnis, and it's actually Alex Guinness, the original Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Ridge Tridge. All right, guys, thank you for listening. And also, too, if any of my friends out there want to be in the podcast, just let me know. We can set something up either in person or over Zoom. But enjoy this episode on the comedy classic Bebe's Kids from 1992. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Sounds fantastic. How should I start it off? Should I say something in French, English, Spanish, Cantonese?
Surprise me.
All right.
Cantonese, yeah.
Oh, hold on. That's what that is. Hear that buzzing? That was my my fan for the computer. Anyways, bonjour mes amis. Welcome to another episode of Mystery Movie Nostalgia with family and friends. I'm your host Brian, aka Brown Lightning, and as of now, I have not gotten sick of this. That's why we're here. Usually around the I would say like a 3-week mark, maybe to a month, I'll start getting bored of things that I'm doing. So like during the pandemic, Jem, I started doing mixology, bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon, went to Costco, got some liquor. I got bored of it like real quick because
Really?
I mean the only people that were in the house were the three of us, me and my parents. So like we're not gonna drink every single day. Like we could only they were the only people that were there. It's like we would become
I
alcoholics.
thought you were gonna say me, myself, and I.
Oh, that would have been funny. That's a movie for another podcast. And then what was the other thing I started doing? I started making my own Settlers of Catan board.
Nice.
I bought all the stuff, and then I was just like, this is too much. But anyways,
It is a lot.
that's why we are still here, okay? We ain't going nowhere, pimpin'. I was watching some Cat Williams stuff while I was waiting for you guys, so I'm in the Cat Williams mode. Get those snow bunnies out of here. Trying to catch me slipping, pimpin'. Anyways, and that voice you hear is my guest today. She's an excellent baker. She made my grandma actually a sugar-free apple pie, which my grandma loved. She's Patrick's wife, and she is my friend. Her name is Jem. Everybody, welcome, Jem.
Hello.
AKA Jemmy Bear, AKA Hemima, AKA Limp Waffles. Welcome to the podcast.
I dressed up really nice for everyone on the podcast today.
I'm
so I hope you like
sure
that.
you did. Let's see what sound effect this one is. Nope, no, wrong one. There we go. It's that one. There you go. Welcome, Jem. Now, this is technically not the first time on this podcast. This will be your second one because you did the Twister beta test. So, do you know what movie we are about to watch?
Well, apparently I read the title a few weeks ago and I forgot, so no.
I gave you 4 titles, and I was like, "Hey, have you seen any of this?" And you said that Patrick only told you that it was a animated movie.
Correcto mundo.
And actually, this is our 3rd animated movie that we've done for the podcast.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So that would be the 3rd animated movie. So
Wow.
the movie we are going to watch is from 1992, and it's an animated movie, and it's called Bebe's Kids. Have you heard of this movie?
I don't think so.
Well, I hope not, because that would completely ruin the premise. So this movie, like I said, it's Bebe's Kid. It was directed by Bruce W. Smith. You might have heard of him. I think someone around your age probably might have. Have you heard of the show The Proud Family? It was on Disney for like a long time.
Oh my gosh, I love that show.
Okay, so the guy who did the animation and directed Bebe's Kid also did that.
Wow.
So
I have a shirt from
Uh-huh.
the Proud Family and it is amazing.
Okay.
It's purple.
So this movie is based on the stand-up routine of a comedian named Robin Harris, who was fairly popular back in the I would say the late 80s, early 90s. And
Mhm.
he had a pretty good amount of fame by the time this movie was released. And he also came out in a few movies. He came out in Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. He came out in House Party. But the unfortunate
Mhm.
thing is he passed away before this movie came out. So he passed away in
Lame.
1990, and this movie came out in 1992, and he died of a heart attack. He was only 36. So this
Wow,
guy
that's
was
sad.
older than I am, and he like was very successful, and I'm over here in my little apartment in the ghetto. So, you know, people take different routes at life,
Happens.
So this movie, although it wasn't a commercial success and critics didn't really think highly of this movie, since then has become a cult classic specifically for being one of the first animated movies with a predominantly black cast and production.
Cool.
Yeah. So the only other movie I can think of like that, which I'm sure there is a bunch, is the Black Panther movies. So that's
Or
why
what's that one? Black is King by Beyonce.
that is true. Yes. This movie, just a short summary about this. This man, Robin, is trying to woo the love of his life or the girl of his dreams, Jamaica. But she insists that in order for them to get closer, he has to get to know her son.
Mm.
So in order to get to know him, they go on a date and they go on an amusement park. But when he goes to pick them up, she has 3 more kids. And these kids
Ooh.
are Bebe's kids. So she's taking care of these kids. And in
Okay.
the movie, the kids are bratty, spoiled, and rotten, and they're just like bad mannered. So that's basically where the comedy comes from him trying to woo this girl, but also at the same time
Mhm.
control these kids. The 3 kids that are babies, they're like rambunctious and rowdy, but her kid Leon is like the chill one.
That's nice.
Now, I asked this question to everybody that comes on this show.
Mhm.
What is your favorite, specifically now that we're doing animated, what is your favorite animated movies? Give me like 3 or 4.
Ooh.
I think I know one of them.
Uh, yeah, you probably are right about the one. What is the one you think you know?
Ratatouille.
That's correct. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, Ratatouille. As of recently, Zootopia is one of my favorite
That's another
movies.
good one, yeah.
And that's because I love the actor that plays the fox,
Oh,
and
Jason
what's
Bateman?
his Thank you. Yes, Jason
Oh,
Bateman,
you were looking.
and he's hilarious and wonderful and awesome.
And you think he's
And then
cute?
I loved Inside Out too. That was really good.
I have not seen that yet.
Oh my gosh. Get your tissues.
Well, that's
Wow.
the reason I've only seen Inside Out once, and I'm just like, I don't need to see it again. I don't.
No, you need to see it. It's
I
really
don't,
good.
I don't know. I'm just like, well, I mean, I probably will, but it's just like for that reason, it deals. I don't know if this one deals more with mental illness or mental
It
health.
does.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good.
I relate.
Yeah, that's why I got my own problems. I don't need to. I don't need to be like, oh, watch it on the screen. I go for escapism, not for like being sad for 2 hours.
It was
So
really good though. It
yeah,
really
I
was.
heard it. I heard it is really good. So a little bit of backstory as far as me from this movie. So I saw this movie back in the day, like in the '90s, around the time that it came out. I don't remember when the first time I saw it, but I know that it was on TV all the time, and it's just kind of a recurring theme of like some of the first movies that we reviewed on this podcast is that they were on TV and they were just kind of like these, I would say 10 movies that were just kind of
Mhm.
on all the time on TV. So Beverly Hills Cop, The Runaway, what we did with Patrick, this
Mhm.
movie. I'm sure I can't remember the other ones, but so this was kind of like just on all the time, and that's why and I really liked it. And I haven't seen it in a while, but I've heard that there's a lot of subtext and a lot of different issues in the movie that me as a child didn't get. Obviously, like
Yeah.
a lot of social issues that are in the
Yeah.
movie, being that it's an all
Makes sense.
black cast and all black family and stuff that they have to deal with that I,
Yeah.
as a child, I didn't understand and didn't even get. But the other thing about this movie is I, for some reason, love movies that are set in theme parks. Like, I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
why. I just mentioned it earlier. Beverly Hills Cop 3 is primarily
Mhm.
set in a theme park.
Wow.
So I really enjoy that movie, even though that's probably by a lot of people They think that's probably the worst Beverly Hills Cop movie. Zombieland is another one. Adventureland is another one. Jurassic World, it's a classic one.
Jurassic World. Yeah,
I love
love it.
just the part. I don't know what it is about it being in a theme park. Have you ever seen or heard of this movie that was made by this filmmaker? I think it was like a student, but he was using like guerrilla film movie making tactics that he filmed in Disneyland, like a horror movie, without them knowing.
I don't think so.
But apparently he filmed this movie at Disneyland, which you're not allowed to do, to film like for any purpose other than
Yeah.
just for, for home videos, for family videos. Yeah. So he went a bunch of times to Disney and filmed this movie, like a horror movie about somebody, I think, getting killed in the
Wow.
in Disneyland. Yes, it's called Escape from Tomorrowland.
Escape from Tomorrowland. Not sure. I don't think so.
So, Jem.
So, Brian.
So, I always ask this too. I know that you and Patrick watch a lot of movies, but before then, were you a big movie gal? Did you watch a lot of movies when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'd say so. Every Friday night in our house was like, I think frozen yogurt and like movie night. And my mom and I would go to Blockbuster and we pick out a movie.
You're old enough for
And yeah.
Blockbuster?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't born in the 2000s.
You were born like in what, 99?
97, but
Okay,
still, like,
anyway.
it's not like I'm like a 2005, 2010 baby. Like, come on. Yeah,
Alright.
we would go to Blockbuster. It was actually a really great experience, and I miss having a Blockbuster just because it was very nostalgic.
It's very nostalgic, the Blockbuster. I think for ours, it was the closest one was a Hollywood Video at some point. But we had both.
Hollywood Video, yeah.
We had both of them. I remember even until like 2010-ish, my parents would still go to Redbox and rent movies.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I love Redbox. We still have one around here, but
it's probably all like dusty and full of cobwebs. What do you feel going in? What are your expectations?
I don't know. I'm like waiting for my dinner to come out of the oven, so that's kind of what I'm expecting right now.
So we're more focused on the food than on the
just because I'm hungry, but I am open.
So do you know why I chose this movie for you?
Oh my gosh, don't tell me that's why you chose
That's why I chose it for you.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry to everyone on the podcast. I'm not racist.
But that's why I chose this movie for you, because I know that how would I say this without sounding racist? You and I both like Black culture without, appropriating it or being like, racist about it.
I think it's great.
Well, you're Cantonese, and that's pretty cool too. Although
not really, but thanks.
Although, it doesn't really show.
Yeah. German dad.
Those German genes are way strong. You ready to eat your food and watch this movie?
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm going to have to edit a lot of that stuff out.
Really? Oh, yeah, that's okay.
That's fine. Alrighty then. All right. Jem, like Patrick was saying, he asked me what I thought of this movie. And I remember it's funnier now than when I saw it as a kid. I think now because I just get a lot of the jokes that are going on in the movie. Oh, so what'd you think of it, Jem?
It was really weird. I'm not a fan. It was essentially just like a very aggressive dude going after some hot chick, and then the rest of the movie was just bad parenting and ridiculous kids.
I mean, it's kind of basically what it is. So the movie is basically told most of the movie is, I would say 90% of it is told as a story of Robin and his date with Jamaica, who he meets at a funeral. He's hitting on somebody at a funeral. That's kind of weird.
I know, bad timing.
What's a movie, Wedding Crashers, when Will Ferrell's character is like, oh, the best place to hit on girls is at a funeral. So I guess that's... It's funny, the first thing I wrote here was the bartender, where he's drinking and telling the story. The bartender looks like Ray Charles.
He also couldn't pour a glass.
He's also blind too. Yeah.
Oh, he's blind? Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he was blind because That's why he couldn't pour the glass.
That's funny.
So what did you not like about this movie?
I don't know.
You're
I don't
you're
know. It
you're
was
you're uh you're entitled not to like it.
yeah. I just feel bad because you made all this effort to have me see it.
No, like
But
some of these movies that I show people are gonna be bad. Like
oh, okay.
they're gonna be movies that I liked as a kid, but then I'm like, oh, like I don't know why I like this movie.
That's
So that's
okay.
honestly that's what I thought with this movie, that I was not gonna like it, but I think it's funnier than I remember it. But
Yeah.
I saw it now. Probably don't need to see it again. Like
Yeah. I mean, it just had a weird feel to it. Like it wasn't, I don't know, it was kind of strange. It was told from his perspective,
yeah.
and everyone was just over the top. And I don't know. It's not like there's movies where like it has like a happy, cozy feeling to it. There's
Hmm.
movies where it's like sad, but then you understand why, and it kind of turns out to be like a good, like you get it, like it's a good
Yeah.
ending. But no, this one was just weird, and it like abruptly stopped, which I get it because he shut off Vegas, but it's just weird.
So, like we mentioned up top, the in order for him to get closer to this girl Jamaica, which by the way, she's built like a Pixar mom. She thick. She is thick.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. He takes her and her kid to the amusement park, Fun World, and then
Yeah.
when they get there, it tags along. It's these babies' kids, these three kids. Was it
Mhm.
Leon? No, Leon is her kid. So Khalil, LaShawn, and Pee Wee,
Yeah.
which are all played by Khalil is played by or voiced by Marquise Houston, who's a famous
Hmm.
R&B singer back in the day from the band
Hmm.
Immature. And then Pee Wee is Tone Lock. I think he was the one
Hmm.
that sang that song, or was that rap group that sang Funky Cool Medina, I think. Correct me
Mm.
if I'm wrong in the comments, everybody. But I thought like they make the movie out to be that he has like some heartfelt moments with Leon.
Yeah, that was sweet.
But if you noticed it, he only did that to get him away like from them so he can have his time with Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah.
So his motives weren't altruistic.
Yeah.
Like he kind of was a creep, honestly.
Yeah, and it's hard because he was so aggressive that it's like a major turnoff.
Hmm.
But in the end, I think she appreciated that he kept trying to go for her because I'm sure she's had a lot of guys go after her.
Yeah.
Um, but I think he would be happy like having Leon as his kid.
Yeah. I think so
It's just
too.
that,
They actually do
yeah,
hit it off, him and Leon.
yeah, it's just the other kids like kind of ruined it for him. The bad parenting, what can you do,
Yeah, honestly, and it's funny that like we were saying some of the things that are in this movie that I didn't notice as a kid, and one of them was that when they immediately get to the amusement park, the security guards
Mhm.
basically racially profile like
Yeah, that was
the
sad.
the Khalil just
Yeah.
because the way he's dressed and he's black. And then later on in the movie, um, Robin tells the kids, "You guys are acting all up," but they're really the only ones that the security are looking at. And then it cuts to a shot of other kids that are like
Mhm.
beating up like one of the concession stand workers, and like nobody cares
Mhm.
about that. But it was only like the black kids that were like being profiled.
Yeah.
So much so that the ticket attendant also said, like, these are the rules and no stealing. And she points to him and he's like, what the
Yeah, that
heck?
was crazy. I know, that was sad. That I think that's what kind of made it like a weird, sad like overtone of the
Hmm.
movie because it focused so much on that, which I get it. It's like a part of life.
I mean,
It
this was in the
just
90s
sucks,
during like the Rodney King riots and stuff like that, where that was, I mean, obviously it was always
Yeah.
happening, but I think it was more in the forefront in the news that
Yeah, so it
this was
makes
a problem.
sense.
And you know, us being from
Yeah.
LA, we kind of always hear about that kind of stuff, especially with the LAPD that they were.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just sad
yeah,
though.
honestly, it is really sad. The other thing, you never meet Bebe, one,
Yeah.
and you never know why she's absent. because through context clues in the movies, you do get a feel that she is an absent mother, but you don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I got the sense that she was maybe working,
I think so too.
but also they didn't have any money. so
Yeah.
so who knows what she was doing.
Yeah.
And you see that's kind of why you were saying like the bad parenting. That's why they were bad kids, because the mom was never around.
Yeah. They don't get the attention they need.
So they have to
Uh,
find it somewhere else. And
yeah. And that's, yeah,
go ahead.
exactly. No, like that's why, having, as they would call him, Mr. Harris,
Yeah.
was really good because if they had that consistently, they would
Hmm.
be a lot better behaved. But, it's just circumstances and stuff that make that happen, which kind of shows you that, like, you can't, even though a kid may have bad behavior, it doesn't mean they're a bad kid. It's just like how they've been trained, and
No.
you just have to help them.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting how they kind of set it up. They didn't like tell you immediately that this is what the situation is. The one of the first things that you kind of get a sense of is that when they say like, "Oh, we're hungry," and
Uh-huh.
I think Khalil's about to say something, but then she covers his mouth, LaShawn,
Mm.
and he's like, "Oh, we were just too excited to eat." And then Jamaica's like, "Oh, like they know basically don't have any food in the house." And then you
Yeah.
kind of see it when they get the hamburgers finally. They're like scarfing them
Yeah.
down like they haven't eaten. And I think he even makes a comment like these kids, like they'd be better off in Ethiopia or something like that.
Yeah.
Something messed up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
It was
messed up
sad.
jokes in here that, as someone
Yeah.
who's not black, we can't say. Like they're not racist, but it's just like, especially like
Yeah.
the Yo Mama jokes. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
I wrote one of them down. I don't. Okay, I think I can't say that one. He didn't say anything bad, but it's just like, what did she say?
Yeah.
Like, oh, your mom was so dumb that it said it was chilly outside and she took a bowl or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's having
Yeah.
this so they're in the amusement park, they're causing a ruckus, basically. They get other kids involved and they basically form like a multicultural gang in the park. And
Yeah.
and then with that, so there's that story, and then there's a story, the B plot is Jamaica and Robin, they're trying to get to know each other. But it's funny
Mhm.
that plot also has that you find out that Robin was married before, and for some reason his ex-wife is just randomly there,
And a
and
psycho.
she was a psycho, like a straight up psycho.
She tried to mess with their relationship by saying stuff with Jamaica in the background, making her seem like he was still seeing her.
And then he making him
They're
seem
in
like he was an abusive father or something like that.
Yeah, but also too, I just gotta point this out
Uh-huh.
for all the girls who listen to this podcast. Those nails were horrible. She needs to go to a way better nail tech and not get press-ons.
And the
I'm
hair, the
sorry.
hair too was bad. What did he say? Like, oh, that orange dye job or something like that. And then the lead press on toenails.
Yeah,
She
oh
had
gosh, they were
toenails,
even worse.
and they like fell in the
So
drinks and
gross.
stuff.
Yeah, that was nasty. It's
Where
like,
do you go get your nails done? Where would you recommend? Any Vietnamese and or Thai ladies in your neighborhood?
Yeah, there's a place right by my house. Forgot her name. Is it Amy or Julie or something like that? But she's really good.
When I'm in town with Tess with my mom in LA, I don't get manicures, but I do like getting pedicures. Um,
Yeah, it's nice.
it is, but also too like I work, like I'm on my feet a lot, so I have to like take care of them. And they just like
Yeah.
they get like a sand grinder and they just like take all the callus off the bottom of my feet.
Yeah. Don't be like whatever her name is, the ex-wife.
Dorothea,
Dorothea. Yeah, don't be like her.
don't be like Dorothea. So I really the way it kind of sets it up is that like the kids are just basically running amok and they finally get caught by the security there, and it made
Uh-huh.
me think of like how kind of strict the security is at Disney, because that's basically, I
Yeah,
think that's what they were trying to like go for, is this like a kind
probably.
of a
Yeah.
Disney thing, and then like how Disney is always like literally watching every single thing you're doing in this park, and they run amok
Yeah.
so much in this park that they get a reputation that when they finally
Yeah.
take over that boat, the crew just abandons the ship because they're like, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Well, and the animatronics thing was creepy, but I guess
That
they
was
did have
super creepy.
a lot of that at Disneyland, so
They do. It was like basically with the Hall of Presidents or something like that that they have at
it's
Disney.
terrifying.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when they get caught, they take them and they go to trial. They take them to like a fake trial. On so they have that Terminator looking animatronic, which I think it was just an animatronic without the makeup and the clothes or anything, but it looked like a Terminator.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was another thing that I saw a commentary on, which is kind of like, okay, like it's far-fetched, but that the crime didn't fit the punishment. And they're saying that
Yeah.
happens a
That was
lot.
sad.
That happens a lot with in Black America where they commit a crime and the punishment is like way
Worse
worse
than
than what they actually did. So that like terror, they got him for punching one of the animatronics, right? And then the
Mhm.
the robot, the Terminator robot's like, I'm gonna sentence you to death, and they legit like gonna put him like in a electric chair or something and kill him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And those animatronics were actually kind of creepy, like honestly.
Oh, they were freaky. I will say though that like throughout the movie, all of like the characters and the kids were
Mhm.
great rappers. It was awesome.
Yeah, like I did like the little interjections that they had of the music and the rapping. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So when they go on trial, the only before that, the only thing that makes him go to trial was that Abe Lincoln, the animatronic of Abe Lincoln, was like, "This is America, and we have to go to trial." And it's like, I see what they did there, because Abe, all the things that he did.
Yeah. And nice guy.
And then the lawyer for the defense was, or for the prosecution, was Richard Nixon. That was,
That's what Patrick said.
that's pretty funny. Like one of the,
Yeah.
not to get into politics, but just like what historians say, right? One of the
Yeah.
worst presidents to one of like the best ones.
Yeah.
Who are you voting for in this election? I'm just joking.
Yo mama.
I voted. Yo Mama is so old. What were some of those Yo Mama jokes? Those are pretty solid.
One of them was like, "Yo mama's so big that she on both sides of the family." It's great.
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's a good one.
Yeah. That was a good one, yeah. I used to tell yo mama jokes at school with my friends, and we'd have, like, yo mama joke offs. It was really
What
great.
was the okay? So what were some of the Yo Mama jokes you remember?
Um, they're not that good, but, like, yo mama's so fat. When Christopher Columbus came, he said he discovered the New World. And, let's see, your mama's so fat, she's a boomerang to put her clothes on.
What?
Mama's so old, she farts and dust comes out. Just, like, dumb stuff like that.
I never got into like. Well, I did, but they were kind of messed up, and I don't think I could say. I could say it here. So finally, so that they take over the ship, they run amok. So it culminates. And basically, the movie culminates, and them leaving. They take the kids back to the house early, and
Mhm.
then you see them going as a difference from when they got picked up at Jamaica's house to when they get dropped off at Baby's house. You see the
Mhm.
contrast in both neighborhoods. Like Bebe's
Yeah.
house is in a bad neighborhood, so much
Yeah.
so that when they're dropping off the kids, someone is coming out of the apartment complex like with like they broke into someone's house.
Stuff.
Some people,
Yeah, that was sad.
and it's just like if you notice, they were just like okay, like that's just normal kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then that's when it really hits you that like Bebe is an absent mother. They're poor. They don't have any food, and that's why they act the way that they act.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, like you said, like having one parent and being in that situation is gonna cause these kids to act a certain way.
Yeah. No, it's true, and there's even been, like, clips I've seen on YouTube before of interviews of, like, students that years down the road
Hmm.
told their old high school teachers why they appreciated them.
Yeah.
And, sometimes these kids are like, "You saved my life, like, I didn't wanna live anymore. I was in a terrible situation, but, like, the love and support that you showed me
Hmm.
helped me change." So it has a big effect.
It really does. That's just the way it is, and I can't imagine. Like, I didn't grow up poor. I don't
Mhm.
think you did either, and neither did Patrick, really. But I can't imagine being in that situation and how I would wind up. And if you really think about the stuff that Baby's kids did, they weren't
Yeah.
really that bad. Like
Yeah, it
in
wasn't
I
that
mean,
bad.
some of the stuff was overblown. Like they basically like destroyed the entire like fun world,
Store. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they were just rambunctious. They were just like
Yeah, that's all.
what I can't even think of the word in English, but in Spanish it's traviesos. That's really all they were.
Mhm.
And another thing too was that Robin overreacted to a lot of things that they did just because he wanted to get
Mhm.
with Jamaica. So much so that like we were talking about when he goes to the house and drops them off, he sees like, oh, one
Yeah.
mom's not home. They're what are they called? Key latch kids. Basically, they're the
Mhm.
ones that let themselves in. Like they have their own key and they have to be there without their parents for a while. And then there's a
Yeah.
note that says like, oh, I'll be back. That Bebe left. That
Yeah.
says, I'll be back. Can you feed the
Big dinner.
kids? Make dinner.
Yeah.
And then I audibly heard you like, oh, when they opened the fridge.
Yeah. Well, it's just sad because they don't have what they need, you know? There's literally, like, nothing in
There
there
was
except for,
nothing in
like,
there.
I think 1 can of food.
And then like baking soda or something
What?
with baking soda or something like that, right?
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
think
okay,
so.
so then there was nothing. Okay.
Yeah, might as well not be anything. You can't eat baking soda.
Yeah.
And then you kind of see the realization of the kids that like, oh, we had a fun day. We had kind of like a way to escape and forget our problems, and now we have to like, go back to reality.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then they were like, oh, and that was also sad about the pizza.
Yeah.
It's like they wanted pizza, but the little kid was like, well, they don't deliver to this neighborhood.
I know, I was like, oh, but then Robin did a good thing, he gave him the money, and it was sweet because at the end, Jamaica was like they show their love in a different way, and they
Yeah.
saved Robin, like, the crust of the pizza,
Yeah.
and I thought that was
Yeah, and it took him, I don't know why or what was the moment that he kind of turned the switch because he left, right? He goes back to the car and then Jamaica's like, "Do you
Mhm.
see why I take care of the kids? Do you see their situation?" And even then
Yeah.
he's still kind of like I don't care, those kids are bad, like they have bad parents and like I want to give Baby a piece of my mind, but like he doesn't I wouldn't say he's a bad guy, but he's very stubborn, very set in
Mhm.
his ways. He doesn't understand it. And then she says like, when my daddy was around, he would like discipline me, and my mom would too. And she's like, that's why you are the way that you are. That's why you have a normal life because you had both parents. These kids don't. These kids
Yeah,
don't have like they probably go to sleep hungry, you know.
probably.
And
Yeah.
he just didn't like. I don't know if you noticed that he just like couldn't fathom like why these kids were the way that they were.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he didn't get it until he reflected on it, and he said it out loud. Because a lot of times you can think something, but when you say it out loud, it makes more sense, you know?
Until he had a drink.
Yeah.
And then that's the other thing I thought too, that I was like, Jamaica, like after all that,
Yeah, but I mean, he was a nice guy, and he did treat her well. He's not a parent, so there's a lot of things he
that
doesn't
is true. And
understand.
he said he didn't want any kids.
Yeah, and maybe that she just thought about it that way, and she's like, "Well, at least he likes my kid, and he treats me well," and, you know?
Yeah. But it kind of seemed like Jamaica, which she's a great person because she was taking care of these
Yeah.
kids. I think Robin asks her, so are these kids like, is Baby your sister? Is she your cousin? Is she your aunt? Like, he's like, no, it's just a friend. She's really good for taking care of these kids, even though they're not hers. And she understands the
Yeah.
situation. And, but I think also too, like in that kind of dynamic, you needed to accept one, like not only Leon, but also Baby's kids because it seemed to be like
Yeah.
a package deal.
Exactly, yeah.
All in all, Jim, what do you think about this movie? Honest
It was
opinion.
alright.
Your honest opinion.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, it did get across its points that it was trying to get across, and, um, it does teach you to, like, not judge a book by
Hmm.
its cover and kinda just, like, give people second chances and, be loving no matter what the situation is.
I know that this movie wasn't real well received as far as like by critics, and I think it was marketed as a movie, but I
Mhm.
don't think it should have been marketed as a movie
No,
because
no,
it's
no.
like an hour and 10, like
Yeah.
maybe like a miniseries or like a made for TV movie. I think it went to theaters,
Yeah.
but like you said, it did have a lot of strong points about like not judging a book by its cover and also kind of highlighting a lot of things that Black America was and is still going through,
Yeah.
especially in the 90s, but make it in a way that's kind of like accessible to a lot of people. And it's not like you don't have to look at the subtext. It's right there in the forefront. So you're not going to recommend this movie to anybody.
Probably not. I'd rather recommend the Proud Family TV show.
Which is funny. Like, you used to watch The Proud Family?
Yeah, this whole movie was like created and like animation. It was made in just a way where it looked just like the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But the TV show was like, while everybody had like their own characters and, attitudes or whatever, like it was a much happier and like just
Yeah.
overall better feeling show.
I've never actually seen that show. I know that it's really popular, and Andre 3000 from Outcast was
Mhm.
one of the voice actors.
Oh, really?
I
I didn't
think
know
so,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was good. You should watch it.
Okay, I will. So next time you have you on the show, I'm gonna recommend something that I think you'll like.
Okay.
I recommended you this movie because of what we said in the beginning, but I was like, I don't know if she's gonna like this movie or not. And I'll say it again. This time around, it was a lot funnier than I remember it, just because I don't think I knew a lot of the stuff as a kid. But at the same time, it's like I saw it, and I don't think I need to see it again. It's not a groundbreaking
Yeah.
movie. It's a fun way to kill an hour in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Jim. So thank you so much for doing this. I know it's getting kind of late over there in LA, and I know you're an old lady and you need sleep.
Thank you. I am an old lady. No, this is fine. Thank you.
All right, we'll do it again next time.
All right. Adios, muchachos.